put me, even though I know I'm not gonna die, give me a checkpoint, okay? Now, is it, oh, well, I was trying to land, but not land, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, your ass. Okay, you don't care yet? Then I don't care yet. Yeah, any more anti-capitalist, takes? I don't know. Look, once upon a time, I didn't really care about this stuff. I was just like, I'm happy to be alive. But as you grow, you know, I always thought you get kind of radicalized by other people's radicalization, I guess. You know, I've become much less tolerant as I've grown older. I used to be like, you know, we can all work together. We can all, like, you know, be friends and you know, benefit one another. And if we put, you know, all of our research into, you know, making sure that Africa evolves properly, that's more people in the marketplace of ideas that can, you know, be researching diseases and things like that. More scientists and more good people for the world. So surely everybody would want to. I got it. Okay. Surely everybody would want, you know, the whole world, including the developing countries, to prosper and succeed, especially after fucking them over for so long. And now it's been enough time that you know, the inaction has made it so I've become extremely cynical. And I think that's the route a lot of people will take in life. And you either there's probably 3 schools of thought without including the extremists. There's probably people who are, you know, are semi-anarchists, and they don't want to see the whole system toppled down, but they definitely want to see, like, you know, drastic changes in the entire thing. Like, they don't have a problem with the system existing, but more with the system that's in place, which makes sense to me. Because you don't want to deal with, like, a lot of this shit, right? Like, you don't want to be part of, like, a republic where everybody has to constantly be, like, you know, policing everybody's movement. Like, having a government is nice because it makes you have to think less. But it's also dangerous because it makes you think less, right? And so that's where the, you know, the rosy shades take kind of falls off a bit, because people are greedy and pieces of crap, and so you simply want to see humanity as a whole succeed rather than just you know, a couple of people. Is this a comedy show? When is it supposed to be lighthearted? Look, okay, sometimes I have my ball of yarn. I don't know what I'm gonna pull from it every time. It's like a quantum entangled yarn, and I'm just knitting. So whatever it comes, you know, I can only work with the string that's given to me. And if this is the string that my brain slowly, you know, sucks up and weaves into this tapestry of fate, then I'll follow it, so long as it doesn't get me in trouble. I know these are base takes, and so I know I would be swimming in +2s right now, so I don't have a problem. But if we're going to something, you know, like pineapple on pizza is not bad. Oh, shoot him, kill this guy with hammers. Okay, I see him. I see you guys. I see you. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to want to kill somebody because of the condiments that they put on top of a pizza. And I know nobody takes it that serious, but a lot of people actually do take it that serious. You know what I'm talking about? People will kill you for wanting to put, like, you know, have you ever seen those videos of Italian servers? Give me a second. That's all you need for a powerful aroma, guaranteed to always work on 60% of the ladies, at least half of the time. Good.
I just keep getting better.
11 rack and spices. That's why you don't date crazy. After having his heart broken, Marcus needs some comfort food. Captain Sanders' famous Pandora fried rack. Find 11 pieces of Claptrap meat and 11 spice plants in Sanders Gorge for the captain's famous recipe. Secret recipe. We were talking about something.
Turned me down. Me! Said I was a smelly cretinous oaf.
Sorry.
That batshit crazy Tannis don't know what she's missing. Heartbreak makes me hungry. And only Captain Santa's famous Pandora fried rack can mend a broken heart.
I mean, that's on you
You're
for
cramping my style.
trying to go for Tannis, brother. Like, she's you get soul red as a little smelly motherfucker. Okay. You can't trick a scientist, man. With all of this rigmarole of you know, 11 colognes and spices, something like that. See, where was I going before? I was about to go off on like another particular group of people. People don't like it when you it's somewhat of a joke, but it isn't. You know what I'm talking about? I know you know what I'm talking about. We both know what I'm talking about. And I feel like I'm unearthing something. Pineapple on pizza? Oh yeah! Italian servers. You ever see those videos of Italian servers? You know, whenever people ask, like, can I have a coffee with my dessert? And they're like, Signora, coffee with the dessert, with the tiramisu, come on. And they're like, okay, no problem. And then they bring it after the dessert anyways, despite it not being what the client wants. And they're like, oh, sorry, Signora, the coffee machine takes so long. Fuck you, man. You're what's the name? Whoops, this is not the way I want to go. You pass better, okay, motherfucker? Look, it's an experience, right? And it's somewhat funny. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that if someone, you know, demanded for these things, they would be somewhat quelled, perhaps, or you know, at least their coffee would be spat on. But at the same time, like, let people consume food / anything how they want, so long as it's not hurting somebody else. Like, directly, okay? If it hurts your feelings as a server that, like, you know, somebody is mixing 2 ingredients that you don't like, it's none of your fucking prerogative, man. And now I know what some of you are saying. Then they have the right to not service them. First of all, that's a dumb rule, because what? You don't want free money? You don't want money from an idiot that's not gonna appreciate your food? Then fuck him, man. It's got nothing to do with you. There's no. Why do you have a dog in this race, brother? You know what I'm talking about? Like, just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. I don't get this stoicism behind you know, offering the perfect dining experience, my way or the highway, Bradley Cooper in Chef type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? In Chef, is that the movie that he's a chef in? Is it Chef? No, Chef is like with I was gonna say Jason Crusoe for some reason when I wanted to say Jon Favreau. I guess they're close enough. It works, it tracks, right? Right, guys? You guys ever... Yeah, I wonder what happens if I just speak unfiltered for, like, you know, full on mind consciousness for a second. I have to... Look, it's just part of human nature for you to have to censor yourself quite often, okay? There's not a whole lot that you can do against what comes to your mind, right? People call it, you know, intrusive thoughts or impulsive thoughts, things like that. You know, impulsive thoughts being things that you act upon, like, you know, saying "Ah!" in the middle of a conversation just because you simply, you know, had the. And I know, like, it's not quirky, okay? I'm not trying to put light on things. I know that people struggle with these problems. I guess I'm trying to make light of it in a sense that is not disrespectful. Just trying to, you know, say that I understand. I have to you know, stop myself from saying some stuff as well. Is anybody else no, that's we're going a little too deep. We need to stay in the realm of delectable banter here. That is now that is some. That's not why people are tuning on. Let's put it that way. Is this door open? No, I have to like turn it on both sides. Oh, I just have to kill you guys? Okay. Or just kill people in general, I guess? What's up, brother? I wish I was more into streamers. I feel like I missed out. Or maybe I'm just like the wrong generation for it. But my method, in again, this is not a knock on anybody, okay? This is like pure preference, so you can't make fun of it or criticize it in any meaningful way. Ooh, did you see them fighting each other? Ooh, I drove them mad enough to do that. That was me. That was my doing. I did that. Can we open this door? Like today? There you are. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? What's up, guys? What was I talking about? Banter? Perhaps? I'm losing it, folks. I'm losing it. You guys ever have like an itch in your nose that just makes everything impossible to think about? It's like a large portion of my life, and can I say? Slightly annoying. Slightly annoying. I wish it wasn't the case. I know, controversial. All my people out there with allergies, we're in this together, okay? I hold your hand in solidarity. Easy. Where are the racks? Hello. You guys got meat for me? Give me meat. Lovely meat. Sorry. I'm a little bit of a freak. I don't know if I've sucked this one off before, but back in my university day, look, I'm kind of a studious, you know, I got the student perk. Not in any sense that, like, you know, I just kind of have the brain to obtain information a little bit, not massively. Like, if you put an exam or a test in front of me, I'll fail it like 9 times out of 10. But if you know, let me concoct my thoughts for a long period of time, I can do kind of well. And so in school, or university, I guess, I was, I had a very, like, studious persona, I guess. People would see me and be like, oh, he's taking this whole, like, you know, studying serious. People don't know about the demons that nerds have inside them, man. I remember, you know, people who got to know me, which was, like, one person. They were like, what the hell? This is not the same person that was, you know, standing in front of class telling everybody that if they needed help, or wanted to do, like, some studying together to invoke my name. This person is a little demon. And I don't know. I like that duality of the potential of the duality of people. You know, like people that you see are not necessarily who they are. That is like one of the parts that I wish was more prevalent in society. I guess people without their masks on. I had to do it because, you know, it's first time in like a proper social setting, and so I had to limit my, you know, put a limiter on myself, or otherwise people would not be able to handle my aura. Oh, cause you know, I'm headed that way. I think I've been in my mentally, I've been in my I don't give a fuck zone for a while, but socially, I haven't reached that stage yet where I just speak my mind regardless of who it's gonna offend at the function. I still hold myself back a little bit because I'm like, you know, I interact with so few people that those few people that I interact with, I don't want to sour any relationship, you know, and I don't want to make it awkward for people. Like if I go to an event on my own, everybody's on notice, right? I don't I don't give a shit. But if I go up there with a friend, especially if it's a friend who's introducing me, I feel like I gotta behave. Did I read that? I feel like I didn't read that. 11 racks and spices, right? Old Spicy. Here we go. 1 extra large bucket of Pandora fried rack coming up. Okay, perfect.
Get lost.
Okay, are we in like mindless farming territory? I think we are, folks. I think we are. Oh, you know what time it is. It's exit to menu and load again. But always change yourself to playthrough 1. Don't forget. Because who would remember to always do it? Oh. But yeah, anybody? Anybody feel that way about their? I don't need to be here. I need to be. Would it have been faster? Possibly. Where's the location again? Where does she ask us to go? I forgot everything, man. Hyperion Dump. Okay, we know where it is. We know. We got this. Yeah, it's and that's always been something super interesting to me. It's like the masks that we put on as we go outside, as you know, as an observer, I guess, of humanity rather than a direct participant. I've always been very aware of that, of how people act towards one another and how different they are. Particularly, very interestingly, and something that I learned about in university, particularly about accents, being overt or covert with your accent usage, depending on what group of people you're communicating with. If you're ever part of a country that has very strong, like, regional dialects that communicate with one another, and you notice this particularly in schools, it's the whole, I think I've sucked this one off before, like jocks versus outcasts or something like that, study. Very interesting if you care about, like, you know, human relations and you're trying to figure stuff out. Narcissists and psychopaths, stay away. Don't. This is secret knowledge for people who struggle with social interaction from a genuine place rather than from a place of, you know, mean-spiritedness, I guess. Not to put you all together. I know there's some psychopaths out there that might be working a little hard, you know, overtime to not go in a killing spree. But you don't, like, you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to delve deeper into that part. But yeah, I've always been very interested, and something that I've always noticed in particular is the part of it that has the part of it that has that in mind, the study of people's behavior, you know, actual social linguistics and how they talk to one another. Very, I don't know. It's I feel like I'm going in circles here because I'm trying to focus on so many things at once, and it's like a topic that deserves its own, like, you know, screen time. But it's fascinating. It's fascinating to me. It helped me a lot in terms of, like, understanding people, and I love it. I don't know. It's whenever you are as socially decroded as my ass is. Any little bit helps. I've gone from, you know, being very blank and being very straightforward to actually, you know, taking a breath, giving, like, you know, give me 1 second here to come up with a way that I can ask a question without it being hurtful or coming from, like, being misunderstood. That's a big thing as well. I always want people to know that, you know, the questions that I ask in my behavior come 100% from a place of curiosity, never from a place of, you know, laughing in your face type of deal. And I wish more people were like that, I guess. I wish more people were just interested in the minutiae of things, rather than just, you know, making people feel sad about how they are. One time, you know what? I'll bring this over. I'll get maybe some +2s for this from some place, from the people who run the internet, I guess. Furries, right? I was peer pressured into hating them, right? Into putting on the mask of, like, oh yeah, just like pineapple on pizza, I really care about furries, right? Like, yeah, I won't waver about this. Furries are, you know, or fucking, what was the name? The pony people. I've forgotten at this point. It's been so long. People who watched My Little Pony, right? They had, like, a specific fandom name. Bronies, that's what it was, bronies. And can I be honest? I never really cared much about it. Like, it was just something at the time to make fun of those people, and in truth, and I don't know if like a lot of people are like this. I was simply just, who are they harming? You know, let them be. Let them fucking have fun and live their lives how they want. Like in the same way that, you know, us as nerds were getting bullied before we became like the coolest people on the planet. You know, let them eat cake, man, and like, who cares? I personally, the only thing I take offense with is the fact that they can wear their fursuits without dying inside. Because even if I was fully naked under a fursuit, which I imagine to be the case sometimes with some of you furries out there, I think my ass would be overheating. I like, if I was born with a furry predilection and I was out there buying my own fursuit, I think I would genuinely like die. I think I would be in real trouble. My ass would not survive in a world where I was a furry with the same genetics as I currently hold, because in 10-degree weather, if I go out for a walk for more than like 5 minutes, I come back dripping, right? Like, it's I wouldn't say it's embarrassing, because it's not embarrassing for a guy like me. It's simply a matter of life. Not embarrassing in the like the sweating sense, not the furry sense. It's really not embarrassing, but annoying, I guess, to not be able to, you know, whenever we get like an IKEA furniture to set up and I have to build that shit, like the first 10-20 minutes I'm chilling, you know, it's adult Lego, I'm doing something that I really love. And then as soon as that veil leaves and the room, you know, has like 0.1% of inefficient ventilation, and I'm moving my arms around and I just start sweating, man, can somebody like decurse me from this werewolf life? I've been called a space heater before. My Jacob fellers out there, you know who I am. Your own personal space heater, that's me in a nutshell. I am exuding temperatures above if I'm in a room that's slightly cold, and this has happened to me many times before. And you might think this is like a small room, right? Not a I'm not saying like, you know, your palace's you know, entree or whatever. The foyer, there you go, the foyer. I'm not talking about the palace's foyer, okay? I'm talking about, you know, maybe a bathroom that doesn't have a lot of ventilation. If I'm shitting there and there's a window, it fogs up, man. It fogs up, and I'm not joking. Just from me sweating and overheating, I will cause like steam to build up at the window. Like, no, you know, you're not gonna enter the room and have zero, you know, visibility. Like, you can't see your hand in front of you. That's not gonna happen. Don't get it twisted. But it's definitely gonna be yeah, and you can say it's gross. I think it's gross. I dislike every minute of it. I don't, I'm not saying this in particular to gain, like, you know, oh, I would love if you fogged up my window with your sweat. And as a result as well, if you're someone who's like always cold, I make kind of like an awkward partner, because you know, the first few minutes under the covers, I'm chilling, it's nice, I'm providing, you know, natural heat, but after those few minutes are over, I will be like, you will be sweating in there with me. You know what I'm talking about? You might think that I'm putting on airs, that I'm exaggerating. I swear to you, this is the truth in my experience, okay? And I'm not particularly hairy. Don't get me wrong, I'm hairy. But I don't think I'm as hairy as like a lot of guys out there. You know, if I put on a button-up shirt, the hair isn't grasping at the sides like it wants out of of my chest. Like, there's still a little bit of leeway to be had there. Yeah, that's my cross to bear. I don't know. it's a strange thing because for some people it's a blessing, I guess, and you know makes me a desirable mate, I guess, in the most crude way possible. But for me, man, when I spend most of my time in lonesome, it's a bit bothersome. Ooh, a crux, hello. I like to, you know, pretend to fish. As in, I take a rod out to the ocean sometimes, and you know, I fish up nothing, right? Kind of like this little guy here. You know, I always call fishing my version of knitting. I know I'm not gonna catch anything. I still haven't caught, despite being fishing for like 2 years now. Like very sporadically, right? Not every day. It's not every day, bro. And I don't check the waters. You know, I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of fish out there. I don't have one of those rods that goes to the deep end of the ocean. I'm like fishing on the shore, so like I'm not putting myself in an advantage to any degree. So like I am under no delusion that like by now I should have caught a fish. I know I'm not gonna catch a fish. I just like knitting. I like having my hands busy, getting out of the house a little bit, and it's a feeling that comes by so rarely that I feel like I've been inside the house for so long, because like in a perfect month, man, I don't leave the house like more than once. I'll be honest with you. I am very much a homebody. I think I've sucked this one off before, where I think if it hadn't been for university, I would have probably developed a little bit of agoraphobia, because I was reaching that point where simply going outside was making me, you know, very, very anxious. Those extra parts you found should take care of the giant corn dilemma. Now she'll probably want a shit ton of butter. Or shitload, I should say. A part of something larger than yourself. Get Tennis a ridiculous amount of Claptrap components. Just a few more parts and Tennis's magnum opus shall be revealed. Tremble in fear of the might of Tennis and her fearsome... What is this thing anyway? Can we see the progress?
Claptraps don't feel a thing. It's no worse than stealing a drifter's kidneys and leaving him in a tub of rice. What? Ice? Uh-oh. Did you get lost already?
Honestly, Drifter, if you're talking about the raiders that we encounter, I don't particularly feel bad for them. But if you're talking just about like a random dude, then yeah, Tennis, you should know better. But yeah, what was I talking about? we were getting somewhere. Oh, can I say, by the way, I know that you have to inspect rooms to make sure that people don't have, like, you know, half a candle that will set the entire building on fire, apparently. But it's fine to give us all access to, like, an oven. How come those motherfuckers come at the most inopportune times? You know what I'm talking about? Like, there was once that I can remember that I was in the middle of some pretty serious work. And suddenly there's a knock on my door. I'm like, who is it? The university chaplain or whatever. We're here to make sure you're not burning the whole building down. We're here to make an inspection. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm paying to be here. I'm in an area of, like, you know, older people, of 20-plus-year-olds. What? Why do you have to inspect, like, aren't we supposed to be grown-ups here? Like, and look, okay, I get that it's on them, that if they don't perform this inspection, they, and the whole building burns down. It's kind of on them, so they have your best interests in mind to a certain extent. Did I not reset? I don't think I reset. Nope, I didn't reset. Otherwise, I'd be swarmed by now. Okay, exit me. Oh, I got the message I was waiting for. Okay, give me 1 second, everybody. We'll be back soon.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Ooh, but check me out. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think I lost the beat, but over here. Ooh, but check me out. Oh, come on, get down.
All right, and we're back. That should be the last, well, you know, planned interruption, I guess. You never know. You never know when the Empire is about to strike back. You should be ready for anything. Don't shirk your responsibility, folks. I'll continue to suck that one off until the day that I shirk my responsibilities, which you know, I won't lie, has happened maybe a couple of times. Oh, look, it's a rough world out there. A lot of people are relying on you, probably, to just exist and go through with your day. Can I say? As someone who's not part of the 20 to 30% of autistic people who work full time, I work, but you know, not. I don't guarantee that I will make rent every month, if that makes sense. It's nice to have something to be able to do, and you know, and come on here and try to talk about some stuff, some things that make you think, not just, you know, oh, I'm gonna shoot this Claptrap now. I'm more and more appreciative of the fact that I've started this this journey. I don't know if I'll follow through after Borderlands 4 comes out and you know, playing that game to its entirety. Yo, panties! Sorry. What a timing for the panties to drop. What a timing. Oh no. Oh, what was I talking about? No. Oh, man. Why are you guys shooting me from a distance? Just walk towards me menacingly, like you have been for like most of this. Thank you. Yeah, this guy gets it. This guy understands his assignment, right? Am I right, fellow? I don't know. Who is that even a thing that people say anymore? He understood the assignment. He ate and left no crumbs. Yes, queen. Going through all of the catchphrases. Damn, Daniel. That one. I know that one is dead in the water, but you know. Oh, Charlie bit my finger. People are still talking about that one, right? Ah, shit. Oh, man. Sub-Zero. Oh, he couldn't be found? Is that what the ninjas say? Because they're being stealthy, so like they're applying Protocol 404. That's pretty funny. Right, talking about the game all of a sudden, huh? What happened to all that spirit, to all the soul healing? It's here. It just comes in bursts, okay? If I also can't just, you know, be using spirit bombs non-stop, but asking for the entire world to aid me. Okay, it's whoops. It's you know, we gotta use it against Frieza, but not necessarily against a mole rat that's you know, slightly bothering you in your garden. Okay, you gotta be proportionate with how you. Another legendary. Well, let's go. It's all shotguns though. Shame for you, buddy. Shame for you. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man. This DLC. I think I'll finish off this quest. Get Dennis all worked up. And then I think I'll go into playthrough 2, get to max level, and then come back whenever max level. Because we should be able to, you know, theoretically accomplish that within a single, just within today. But I'm not sure, you know, I'm not sure of my own capabilities. I know we're gonna be like ahead of time or ahead of level for pretty much everything. And so be able to just crush through the story without much trouble. Some trouble, but not much trouble. Okay, we've exhausted the trap claps. 38, huh? That's not a lot. Am I crazy? That's not a lot of parts. Oh, Borderlands classic. Save and quit tech. I think it's one aspect of the game that I actually dislike is this save and quit meta of Borderlands in general, not just Game of the Year. I think that at that point, you should just have, and you know, there's probably mods in Borderlands 2 that do this, but if you see that exit and, you know, save quitting is such a pivotal part of farming, just make it a feature. Just let me hold down, like, you know, R or something. Maybe not R, but let me hold down a button that just puts me back straight where I was, or at least, like, you know, close by, like at the nearest, you know, new U station. You know, that could perhaps be balanced. Where am I going, man? What am I doing? I'm not paying attention. That's what. Ooh, hold. Whee! I love that. You know what I'm talking about? Just you know your player base at this point. Just put in the work. sorry.
Under the new regime, all Claptraps will be given liberty.
Yeah. We all talk about what we're gonna be given, but what's gonna be taken away? That's something that we never understand. Like, for example, if Kamala becomes president, are we gonna be taking away poverty? Have you ever thought about that? Because if we are, you know, like, people love to get things, but whenever they lose things, I don't know. Have you seen the TikTok of the guy who is always it's like this British dude, and it's clearly like a mock, you know, radio show, and it's the same old guy, the same gammon. I guess is the term used by the Britons, which is like pretty much an old guy with outdated views. They have like a specific word for that. He always calls in and he's like, I don't get what this Kamala Harris is doing. I mean, I'm really worried about, you know, United States politics. I mean, if she gets through to being president, you know, is she going to make lives better for everybody? Or you know, we could instead elect, you know, I'm just of two minds about it. It's just so hard. I mean, we could be electing the convicted felon that wants to, you know, put on a fascist rally. You know, going a little Scottish there for the dwarves, but you know what I'm talking about. It's There's always some motherfucker out there. Look, okay. Don't get me wrong. I understand that people can have differing opinions, but why do so many people have the wrong opinion so often? And why does it feel like it's always like a close race? Oh, I swear to God, if it's like, you know, 52% to 48% in the final vote, I'm gonna freak out. Like, because, you know, American politics are large enough that they affect the rest of the world, right? And so, am I mad whenever different countries, you know, interact with the voting process? Kind of to be expected, right? Maybe not Russia. Maybe Russia should be, you know, they should have some things in mind for that. But, you know, could the Netherlands or Sweden maybe do a little bit of, you know, a spot check? And run like a couple of campaigns? Look, I know we're, it's all jokes, okay? Don't, get off my ass, okay? You so and so. I know how much you love your country. You have an American flag as your Twitter icon. I bet that's not what you look like in real life. You son of a so and so. I bet your ass doesn't look like a red square with stars and blue. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you're not that guy. Don't lie to me. Don't put on airs. Where am I going? People are shooting at me. Come here. Okay, now I don't know. Ooh. I don't know if this last little guy here. 38, 76? Blackjack? Oh, there is one more. Hey, there you go. One more than last time. You, I just want to kill you. I don't know why. Just call it the demon inside of me. In my heart, there are two wolves. Inside me are two wolves. You guys, I love that trend. That was such a funny, like, that was the start of the whole, like, alpha male thing, right? Was inside of me are two wolves, and people, like, taking that really seriously before it got, like, akin to, you know, a Discord mod and his kitten level of satire. Oh, man. I love it. It's funny to me. I like it whenever, you know, people who deserve it are made fun of, I guess. Look, okay, have you been radicalized? Yeah. Yeah, can I say the same about myself? Maybe, I don't know. It's hard, right? It's so much easier to judge other people. I mean, and I know that I also don't, you know, despite me, you know, enjoying some transparency and trying to be mask off at lots of times, it's also like, you know, you're getting an exaggerated version of me, right? You're getting like the unhinged me, the me that doesn't take other things into account, the me that doesn't, you know, consider every possibility simply because, you know, I'm in my own psyche right now. I'm kind of like making up my own road. So I'm not putting like, you know, maximum effort into considering every edge case. Like, I'm not trying to make a TED talk here. I'm just talking about shit that interests me for like a split second before getting distracted and talking about the next thing. Ow, ow, ow. It's, look, the world is a big place out there. It's big and scary, and we all have a part to play. I don't know. I'm defaulting to motivational quotes. That's when, you know, I'm looking for the next string to pull. Hiccuping is not real. You can't do it. So, yeah, take that, body. Being, again, man, I hate the fact that we're so commandable. We're supposed to be like this machine that overtook, you know, the planet. Meanwhile, you can just tell yourself that something that's happening isn't happening, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense, that tracks. Of course, thank you so much for educating me. Mouth. Oh, man. Isn't it crazy how you can have, like, reflexes? Now, hear me out, okay? I get reflexes when you're out there fighting a damn tiger, a saber-tooth, right? Or I don't know, someone's chucking a spear at you and you catch in midair or an arrow or something like that. I understand the... Oh shit!